Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. This is Broncos Breakdown. It's Friday, June 11th, 2021. I am your host, Bronco Bill. All right, I have a tremendous amount of topics today. I have topics including the, I'm not even going to say that one yet. Julio Jones, Aaron Rodgers, Juwan James, Steve Greek Antonopoulos, Peyton Manning, Von Miller, and the list goes on. So let's jump into it right away. You notice I didn't mention the C word, as in choke, or better known as Colorado Avalanche. Yeah, I'm pissed, guys. And I need to get this off my chest now so I can get on to better topics in this video. Last night's game, well, let's even go back to game 3. Game 3 in Vegas. Okay, we lose in overtime. I got it. All right? But it was a complete meltdown of 4 straight games. 4. And the Avalanche are lucky it even went 6 games because they put in their backup goalie in game 1. And it was a blowout by the Avalanche 7-1, and it should have been. But starting with game 3 in Vegas, the Avalanche never adjusted. They never adjusted. And guys, sometimes you got to fight fire with fire. And the Avalanche is a team that does not like to fight. It does not like to hit hard in the boards. It doesn't like to check. It relies on speed. But we all know that speed kills. And I'm not just talking about the drug speed. I'm talking about sometimes speed kills. Car accidents, whatever. In this instance, speed killed the Avalanche because they couldn't utilize that speed because the Knights checked them every which way but crazy, and even then some. And then the other thing that was a death nail was we don't have a true backup goalie to fill in for Grubauer when he's freaking tired. The guy was dead tired. He played 2/3 of the entire season because he had to, because we didn't have a backup goalie. And guys, like I said, I have a lot of topics. I could spend an hour video talking about the demise and the meltdown and the pathetic performance that the President's Trophy champion Avalanche gave away. Just flat out gave away because they would not make adjustments. Absolutely would not make adjustments. But I'm not going to continue on because I want to get on to some other topics that are better news to some certain degree with one tragedy in regards to a passing away. Passing away. All right. One last thing on the Avalanche. You notice the flag in the background, guys? It's gone. And the flag of my favorite baseball team is up there. That's what happens, guys. I got to move on. I got to move on from the Stanley Cup, supposedly should have been there, Avalanche, to going on to baseball and then on to football, and then we go back to the Avalanche and hopefully have a better season next year. All right, let's go on to some better news. Let me start with Peyton Manning. Now, Peyton Manning, I have to give congratulations. If you notice, guys, I'm wearing the Peyton Manning jersey, a Bronco hat, of course. And congratulations to Peyton Manning for being unanimously voted into the Broncos Ring of Fame. He's the 35th member to be enshrined in the Ring of Fame, and Manning is only the second Bronco to be elected in the Ring of Fame and the Hall of Fame in the same season. The other person, Champ Bailey. Now, Peyton Manning did release a statement, and I just want to bring you some of that statement, and I quote, "It's a special fraternity with a distinguished group like Floyd Little, Carl Mecklenburg, Steve Atwater, to so many others that are up there. When I came to Denver in 2012, it was a franchise with a winning tradition and incredible fan support in a great community. I'm very appreciative and grateful for my time with the Broncos. It's a tremendous honor to be named to the Denver Broncos Ring of Fame," end quote. Congratulations, Peyton. You deserve it. I know you're only in Denver for 4 years, but it was a phenomenal 4 years. Phenomenal 4 years. 4 Division champions, 2 Super Bowl appearances, and then who could forget, and we never want to forget, Super Bowl 50, you went out a champion. Once again, congratulations, Peyton. Can't wait to see you in Canton. Can't wait to see you on the Ring of Fame. Now, let's go to Julio Jones. Now, the Atlanta Falcons have traded Julio Jones to the Tennessee Titans. And in the exchange, the Falcons received a 2nd and 4th round pick in 2022 and 2023, respectively. The terms of the contract were not disclosed. Now, Julio Jones, he's had issues with the Falcons. He wanted a trade. He demanded a trade. The Falcons held out and didn't want to do it. But then in the end, they ended up trading him to the Tennessee Titans. Now, does that instantaneously make the Titans a better team? Well, according to Vegas odds, the Titans just went from winning 9 games projected to winning 10 because of Julio. Does Julio give them just one more win? Well, hey, if a 9 and well, nowadays it's not 9-7, but if you have a 9-8 record, you're probably not going to make the playoffs. But you have a 10-8 record, or 10-7, excuse me. Yeah, 10-7. If you have a 10-7 record, you're most likely to make the playoffs. 9-7 or 9-8, excuse me, not likely. So Julio Jones goes to the Tennessee Titans for a 2nd and 4th round pick. All right, let's get to Aaron Rodgers. We all know that Aaron Rodgers is in the news every minute, but definitely every day. Now, Rodgers has held out of the Packers' mandatory minicamp, and he could be fined upwards of $93,000 for missing the entire camp. That's peanuts to Rodgers. He doesn't care. It's not about the money to him. He's already stated that. He said that he doesn't want to play for the Packers, period. He's angry at the GM. He's angry at management. And apparently he's digging in because, I quote, Rodgers said, and I quote, "I'm just as dug in as you are," end quote. Apparently he means business because if he's willing to take excess of $93,000 hit, well, what's the fine going to be if he doesn't go to the preseason games? What if he's not ready for that? What if he holds out of that? Maybe that's a $2 million hit or $3 million. Who knows? What if he holds out in the season and the Packers refuse to pay him unless it's guaranteed? I don't know that, but I'm just saying, what if? Apparently Rodgers doesn't care because he is digging in. He's digging in hard. All right, let's go to Juwan James. Now, Juwan James, if y'all know, was released by the Broncos because he tore his Achilles tendon doing workouts away from the training facility. Well, apparently the Baltimore Ravens are willing. Are you ready for this, guys? Listen to this. The Baltimore Ravens have signed Juwan James to a 2-year, $9 billion deal. Now, Juwan James is on the IR because of his torn Achilles. So you mean to tell me, or I should say Baltimore means to tell me, that they're willing to pay James $4.5 million this year and not even be able to play because he's on IR. So that means they're paying him basically $9 million for 1 year of service. Because he ain't going to be playing today or this year. He's not going to be playing this year, guys. Not with a torn Achilles. Wow. I mean, that to me is a surprise and a shock. Now, they must really feel that Juwan James is going to come back 100% and be an impact for them in 2022. I don't see it. I don't see it because you're not going to just walk on the field and, I mean, I know guys have. I know they tore the ACL. I've known guys have torn the MCL, ACL, Achilles. I know that. But, man, when you're in the trenches like Juwan James and you're digging in with your heels and your feet and you're trying to get your balance and your strength to fend off the guy on the opposite side of the ball, I don't know. I wish him the best. But I'll tell you what, The Baltimore, in my opinion, the Baltimore Ravens are going out on a limb, paying him $9 million for just 1 year of service. Well, congratulations, Deshaun James. He's going to get paid and not even play this year. Wow, what a great country we live in, huh? Amazing. All right, let's go to Steve Greek Antonopoulos. Now, Steve Antonopoulos, after 45 years with the Denver Broncos, is calling it a career. He's retiring. In fact, he has already retired. He was a long-time athletic trainer for the Broncos for 45 years. He's the only individual to be part of all 8 Broncos Super Bowl appearances. The team will name, listen to this, this is great. The team will name the training center after him. It's going to be called Steve Greek Antonopoulos Training Room. He will also be honored at a Broncos home game sometime this season. Congratulations, Greek. I'll tell you what, you've healed a lot of guys that have come into your training room. You've been there through the thick and the thin. You've been there through the ups and the downs, and you've been there through it all. 45 years. Greek, hats off to you, guy. Wish you the best in retirement, and I look forward to seeing you around Broncos teams in the upcoming years. Congratulations once again. All right, let's go to Von Miller. This is interesting. This is Von Miller. So Von Miller is changing the name of his unborn son. Now, he got a tattoo on his body somewhere with the name that he had chosen for his unborn son. It was called Valor. Well, now he's changing that. So he's changing the name to, let me find it right here. I'm sorry. Oh, he's changing the name to Legacy because he says that he's going to be just as good as his old man. Well, that remains to be seen. I wouldn't put it past him. But he has a tattoo of the name Valor. Well, guess what he said? And this is classic. He said, I'm changing his name to Legacy. But he also said that Valor is going to be his nickname. Von, you're something else, man. You are something else. So, Von, welcome back. I can't wait to see you on the field across from Chubb. And yeah, you're amazing, Von. Love you. All right, let's move on to Teddy Bridgewater. Now, Teddy Bridgewater, as you know, was picked up by the Broncos from the Carolina Panthers, and he's in competition, if you want to call it that, with Drew Lock. Now, Drew Lock is Drew Lock. I mean, he's up, he's down, he's inconsistent most of the time. But Teddy Bridgewater has impressed both players and coaches during his OTAs. Now, Jerry Jeudy, who has, been on the Broncos and has, received balls from Drew Lock, he said of Teddy Bridgewater, and I quote, Teddy puts great touch on his passes that he's all about timing. He's good at anticipating where the players are going to be. End quote. What's that tell you guys? You know what that tells me? That tells me that Drew Lock doesn't do that. And we all know that if we watch the games. Drew Lock does not anticipate anything. He doesn't anticipate routes. He doesn't anticipate triple coverage. He doesn't anticipate wide open receivers underneath. The only thing Drew Lock anticipates is one read and one read only. That's all he's locked into. So Teddy Bridgewater looks like he is not only opening eyes of the coaches, he's opening eyes of his receivers. Looks like Drew Lock, you got more than competition, buddy. Looks like Teddy Bridgewater could be the starting quarterback. And I wouldn't mind that. I don't care who's quarterback. Well, let me change that. I do care who's quarterback. I care if Drew Lock's quarterback and he can't get it done and he's still in the funk of reading one receiver and not checking down or not going through his reads. Yeah, I don't want that. I want a quarterback that can read the defense, that can anticipate where players are going to be and can put the ball into the hands of the receivers in full stride. That's what I want. So great. I hope Teddy Bridgewater continues. I hope he does fantastic. Because I really don't have confidence in Drew Lock. And I never have. I never had confidence in Drew Lock from day one when I saw him play. Yes, I know, guys, he's had some great games where he's thrown touchdowns and he came back in that Charger game when they were down 24-3 and won it on the last play of the game. I get that. But those are few and very far between. I want consistency. And if Teddy Bridgewater can bring consistency to the quarterback room, then I'm all for it. That's bottom line, guys. I want to win. I want to win. I'm sick and tired of 5 seasons with losing record. And I hope I'm not the only one. I really hope I'm not the only one. All right, let's go to Jim Fossil. Now, this is a very sad one. Jim Fossil, former Broncos coordinator, has passed away at the age of 71. He was taken to the hospital after complaining of chest pains, and he later died of a heart attack while he was under sedation. That's sad, guys. That's really, really sad, because when somebody, I don't care if you're 71, 81, 91, 101, 21, I don't care. When you go to the hospital because you're complaining of chest pains or some other ailment, and you're under sedation to control that, and for the doctors to find out what the issue is, and then you have a heart attack under sedation, that's a shock. That's a shock, and it's very, very sad. Heart goes out to Jim Fossil, his family, his kids, his former people that he was with, and with the Giants, with the Broncos. My heart goes out to his family. Jim, you're going to be missed. You were great. All right, now let's go to Nikola Jokic, the Joker. Congratulations to the Joker, Nikola Jokic, for being named MVP of the NBA. Now, obviously, that was for the regular season, because in the playoffs, as of right now, they're not doing too well against the Phoenix Suns. In fact, the 2 games that they played, they've absolutely been blown out. Now, I don't know what has transpired with the Nuggets going from the first round of playoffs and moving on to the second round, and now they're laying an egg. Well, I guess that's Colorado teams as of late. But hopefully the Nuggets can straighten it out. Hopefully they can take it to the Suns, and they can make this series what it should be. And I'm hoping that it goes 6. I'd like it to go 6, because that means that the Nuggets are still in it. So once again, congratulations to the Joker for winning MVP. It's well deserved, and it's an honor. It's an absolute honor to have a Nugget as an MVP. Okay, let's go to Deshaun Watson. Now, I'm going to wrap this up with Deshaun Watson, and this is a very, very interesting take. Former Texan Kareem Jackson, who's on the Broncos, is very, very close to Deshaun Watson, and Kareem Jackson has said that Deshaun Watson told him this, quote, first off, let me back up. Kareem Jackson said, and I quote, "I have a great relationship with Deshaun Watson, and he's like, just tell me that's where I want to be. Just tell me I want to be in Denver." He's like, "I want to be in Denver," end quote. Well, I don't know, guys. I really don't know what that means. I know he doesn't want to play in Houston anymore. I know he's holding out from his training and from his OTAs. I know he's holding out, but it's beyond football. It has to do with his off-field issues. And those issues are not going away anytime soon. I know they haven't been in the news lately, but I also know that they have not gone away. He's going to have to deal with his off-field issues. So I'm going to pose a question to you guys. And please comment if you would. I'd like to hear your comment, what you think. Bronco fan, Viking fan, Raider fan, Chief fan, Charger fan. I don't care. I don't care. Please comment. I'd like to know what you think. And here's the question. Do the Broncos, or let me rephrase it. Do you think or feel that the Broncos should make a move to sign Deshaun Watson, even though he has off-field issues, when they have Teddy Bridgewater, who has no off-field issues, already on the Broncos? Once again, do you feel and believe and think that the Denver Broncos should sign Deshaun Watson or try to sign Deshaun Watson with his off-field issues, even though they have Teddy Bridgewater on the Broncos as a quarterback with no off-field issues? That's the question. My answer, absolutely not. Don't go down that road. Don't even come close to that. Absolutely not. We don't need that in the Broncos camp. We don't need that in the Broncos locker room. We don't need that distraction wearing orange and blue. That's it, guys. That's what I got for this Friday, June 11th. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't, please do so. I appreciate it. Comment, please, on my question or any other thing that a topic that you want to comment on. If there's a topic you'd like me to discuss, please comment that as well, and I will address it. Thanks again, guys. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will talk to you next Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.